I'm Simi, I'm Deputy Head Girl here at Tower House Mansion.
Hi, and I'm Dushan, I'm Deputy Head Boy here at Tower House Mansion. Today we're going to give you a private tour of the school and what sort of lessons you'll experience here.
We have our uniforms, and we also have the TES Independent School Awards, which we were shortlisted for, which is fantastic.
This was due to our work for Innovation Rotation and Tortoise Committee.
Which is a new committee, especially because they only got the tortoises last year, and currently they are in hibernation, but they will be coming back again. So this is the main hall, which is where the majority of things are done, to be fair. Tortoise committee meetings are held here, and also Miss Silver's office is still in the library, which is also where we do homework club, and it's a great addition to the school.
We have drama lessons here as well, sometimes if the music room is being used, because we have a range of instruments as well, so music lessons would have to be taken in the music room, which leaves this space for lots of drama lessons.
So we move on to the form part. Each form gets one lesson of performing arts a week. Although it is only one lesson, they are 1 hour lessons, so we do get a lot packed in, and we do a lot of practical work as well as theory work, so it gives us an idea of the GCSE.
So through here we have reception and art. So just directly in front of the hall we've got the reception. You come here for if you have any queries, and then through here we have the arts room. During art we study lots of a variety of techniques, including using clay and lino printing.
We also get 1 lesson a week, but again, all our lessons are 1 hour.
This is where we get changed for outdoor learning, which is a subject we have once a week.
Outdoor learning is a great addition to our curriculum because we get to learn many life skills.
Down here we have our dome and where the actual outdoor learning classroom is. On Friday evenings we have a lesson called Enrich Curriculum, where on our web-based homework planner called Firefly, we can choose what our last lesson wants to be. So we've got a range of options, including archery. The archery lawn's just here. But there are also some subjects which take place at the senior site, on which you'll get a shuttle bus to and from.
It's also a great addition to our curriculum as well as outdoor learning, because not only do we get the last period of Friday off, we also get an opportunity to meet other people. So now we're heading over to the outdoor learning classroom. This is where we get taught about what we're going to be doing, and also there's a fire pit, because currently in Year 8 we are setting fires, and we'll soon be starting to cook, boil water and learn how to survive in the wild on our own.
We've also been learning how to make dens and how to put up tents.
There's also a teamwork facility where we do the low ropes, and we tend to pair up with different people we wouldn't usually in our class, and get the opportunity to learn more about it. This is the outdoor learning classroom. As you can see, there's a range of facilities. We have helmets for low ropes, we have pans for cooking, we have different shrews and pieces of stinging nettle, which we actually used to make bracelets at one point in Year 7.
These will also get to the progress where we'll be trying to make a tiny section of rope.
This is the fire pit, where most of the things we do with fire are placed. It's also very safe, and we always take safety precautions here at Akeley.
Now we'll make our way over to the low ropes. where we have the low ropes. So here at the course, it's recently been extended, and we play various games on the low ropes, including we have to try and get from one end to the other without opening our eyes. Another one is we have to get there as fast as we can. Although we do take safety into account, we wear the full gear, so helmets, and we always make sure that there are no loose sticks or anything which is sticking out of the ground.
It's also a great way to build up communication skills with one another, especially because sometimes you do have challenges, especially on the low ropes, and we always have challenges in life. So it's also building up those life skills that we need. This is the library where innovation lessons are held. We get a lot of experience with entrepreneurship, DT, textiles. There's a range of opportunities for you to do. You can develop products, make designs, and really show your true potential throughout all your activities.
Every half term we have an hour lesson per week, and every half term we will rotate what subject we will actually be taking for innovation. So we'll do DT for 1 hour for one half of the term, then we'll do textiles as well. So now we're going to head up to the main corridors and where most of our classes are held. So including science, English and maths are our core subjects.
We also love to display all the brilliant work we do here at Akeley, hence why we have all these brilliant art pieces.
Located here to your right. Welcome to Lab 2. This is where most of our science lessons take place. When Lab 1 is empty, we will tend to go over there, and that's when we mainly do our experiments. Here, we study these 3 sciences: chemistry, physics and biology, all mixed up, so we actually don't have to spend 1 term on chemistry, especially if it might not be our favourite. It happens to be my favourite, but...
Also, especially with science, it's a great subject to do here at Akeley because we have all the equipment to do the key and amazing experiments. There was a time where we did a magnesium and potassium experiment where we put potassium in water in a little flame. So here at Akeley, you have the great opportunity, and your children will be able to see all these fantastic experiments and also really understand science.
Down this corridor we have all of our core subjects. We also have the head of year office here, so if people, again, if they're worried about something or they just generally want to talk to someone, if you're concerned about anything, our head of year will be in there.
Our head of year is also Mr. Gray for year 7 and year 8, and I think it's helpful to have one set head of year for both years and then deputy heads to come and contribute to anything needed help. So if we move on down the corridor to our English and our majority of our maths rooms, this is one English room, and it is a very open, spacious room. As you can see, we have a lot of displays up here because we do like to show progress and people's work at Akeley so that no one's feeling like they aren't reaching their full potential.
So down this corridor we have maths classrooms. So we're divided into 3 sets, set 1, 2 and 3, and that's based on our capabilities.
Although we mix classes for maths, our classes will never reach above 20, so you are really getting that support that you need. Even if you are in top set and you can do things on your own, it's always good to know that you'll never be overlooked by the teacher. So now we're going to go over to the study support room, which is the room for anyone who actually needs any support, not just with learning, but with emotional well-being. And if they are more of a visual learner, there's a range of games for them to play as well. So as you can see, we have some maths games right here that the students may use if they are struggling with maths. It's also a really bright room, so it really lifts your spirits even if you are feeling a bit down.
This is where some people, again, as Simi said, if people are feeling down, they'll come in here and they'll generally be cheerful, just even if they walk out, because they'll know that the staff in here will talk to them and will go through it with them.
Also, they do run a homework club in here, as well as the one downstairs. However, this one is more of a quiet atmosphere, so if you do have an assessment you need to catch up on, you can come up here and the TAs will gladly help you. This is the space where meetings are held, but also a system called Say It and Sing, which is where some Year 7 children who do have any worries come here and they talk to us about it. This really benefits them, especially when they were just settling in. And now we've had children come back saying they're much happier, and it's great to see that no one has any more worries. Here we have the dome, which is where most of our sporting facilities are held.
We have one lesson of PE every week, and this is where we'll come to do gymnastics, and as Cindy said, various other sporting.
We also then have 2 hours of games, which is your hockey, your netball, your rugby, football, and it's not, although the girls and boys are split, it's not a gender thing. You can do any sport you want, and we like to encourage that everyone at Akeley gets the opportunity to do everything they want to do.
So down here we have our Astro. This is where some of the PE events will be taking place. Also, just down there, we have our football pitches. Now they'll change as we go through the terms. So, for instance, the autumn term we do rugby as boys. So down there there'll be a rugby pitch. Spring term we'll do football, so that's why the goals are out there. And summer term, all of that will be removed and we'll have the cricket stumps on the strip.
That also varies for the girls as well. For the winter term we do hockey, for the spring term we do netball, and then for the summer term we do rounders and cricket.
It's down here, it's where you collect your lunch from the servery. Now we have the most amazing food here. Everything is on display, and every day we'll have a different meal. However, if you're not too keen or it doesn't match what you particularly like, you can choose to have a jacket potato or even a sandwich.
So you can get an opportunity on Friday to have sausage rolls, which our chef staff make amazingly. Every single meal they make here is absolutely fantastic. So now we're moving on to the dining hall, which is where we eat our lunch. And also another thing about lunch is that all dietary requirements are catered for, so you will never have to worry about your child not being able to eat a certain thing, because the staff always make sure they adapt to any dietary requirements there are. So now we're going to move on to IT. We get one lesson of IT a week, and we get an opportunity to do a range of things such as coding, 3D printing, development of buildings, and it's a great opportunity to learn new stuff and especially express ourselves throughout some work.
This is Firefly. Now this is where we'll be set up for any homework which the teachers will set. They'll put it on here, so we will be able to keep a digital track on our homework. We can see our tasks. Also, if there's any resources that we'll need, they'll be down there for each subject. Now on here we've got SketchUp. This is something we've been doing in IT recently. We've been asked to create a model of our own house, and then that will be based on an assessment to come. Here we've got Office 365, so we're each given an email address when joining the school. This is so also we can email the teachers if we're stuck with anything through your emails here. And Microsoft Teams as well we're using sometimes, so if anyone's ill, they might get their work through on Microsoft Teams. Here as well we've got Prezi, and that's another thing we've been learning in Year 8. This is parts of a PC, so this is a project which we were doing in the autumn term. We had to create, it was combining two aspects into one, learning about parts of a PC, but then also putting that into a software which isn't necessarily PowerPoint, because that can get a bit repetitive sometimes. Here we've got Prezi.
Here is a French room. You get 2 lessons of languages a week. You have the option to do French or Spanish. Me and Duchamp personally do French. However, you do get the opportunity in both years, year 7 and year 8, to test out which one you like, which one you're better at. And then when it comes to GCSE, you can make that decision.
With French, we'll do various tests as well across our year, including a grammar test, a translation test, and also a speaking test.
However, we are well prepared for those tests, and it's not just test after test after test.
Down this corridor we have RS. So this is our RS classroom. We have 1 hour a week, so that will be 1 lesson. Also down here we have history and geography. This is the history classroom. As you can see, as you walk in, history right in your face. Everything you do in this classroom, you will recognise it. This is one of the classrooms where you walk in and straight away you'll know what they teach in here.
This classroom also helps you fall in love with history, because if you come into a bright environment, you see all the displays, all the posters, you just feel overwhelmed with all this joy.
So down here we have a geography room. This is probably the other classroom where you walk in straight away, you know what we teach here.
In year 8 currently we study globalisation, and we've also studied natural hazards, so it helps us get the comparison of human life and how the weather and stuff comes into that.
So here we have the tortoise enclosure. This is where we'll keep the tortoises. It's currently under construction, so it was a part of an effort to get a bigger greenhouse. Also, we're now providing them with equipment and necessary items to be able to complete their hibernation here instead of going back to their original owners.
Thank you for coming to see our school, and we hope to see you very soon again.